Hello everyone. My name is Noah James Gonzalez. Friends and families call me Nonong Gonzalez, a name given to me by my grandpa which I like, and a name which established my identity. I invite you, together with my mom Angelia, Grandma Nancy, Tita Gian, and my grandpa Jimmy, to come travel with me as I journey around the world to see the beautiful places, its people and culture, and taste its native delicacies. Bamburgh Castle is a castle on the northeast coast of England by the village of Bamburgh in Northumberland. The site was originally the location of a Celtic Brittonic fort known as Din Guarie and may have been the capital of the kingdom of Bernicia from its foundation in circa 420 to 547. After passing between the Britons and the Anglo-Saxons three times, the fort came under Anglo-Saxon control in 590. The fort was destroyed by Vikings in 993, and the Normans later built a new castle on the site, which forms the core of the present one. After a revolt in 1095 supported by the castle's owner, it became the property of the English monarch. In the 17th century, financial difficulties led to the castle deteriorating, but it was restored by various owners during the 18th and 19th centuries. It was finally bought by the Victorian era industrialist William Armstrong, who completed its restoration. The castle still belongs to the Armstrong family and is open to the public. About 9 miles to the south on a point of coastal land is the ancient fortress of Bamburgh Castle, and about 5 miles to the north is Lindisfarne Castle on Holy Island. Inland about 16 miles to the south is Almstwick Castle, the home of the Duke of Northumberland. The Forster family of Northumberland continued to provide the crown with successive governors of the castle until the crown granted ownership of the castle to another Sir John Forster in around 1600. The family retained ownership until Sir William Forster was posthumously declared bankrupt, and his estates, including the castle, were sold to Lord Crewe, Bishop of Durham, and the husband of his sister Dorothy, under an Act of Parliament to settle the debts in 1704. Crewe placed the castle in the hands of a board of trustees chaired by Thomas Sharp, the Archdeacon of Northumberland. Following the death of Thomas Sharp, leadership of the board of trustees passed to John Sharp, Thomas Sharp's son, who refurbished the castle, keep, and courtroom, and established a hospital on the site. In 1894, the castle was bought by the Victorian industrialist William Armstrong, who completed the restoration. During the Second World War, pillboxes were established in the sand dunes to protect the castle and surrounding area from German invasion. And in 1944, a Royal Navy corvette was named HMS Bamburgh Castle after the castle. The castle still remains in the ownership of the Armstrong family. Built on a dolorite outcrop, the location was previously home to a fort of the indigenous Celtic Britons known as Din Guarie, and may have been the capital of the kingdom of Bernicia, the realm of the Gododin people. From the realm's foundation in circa 420 until 547, the year of the first written reference to the castle. In that year, the citadel was captured by the Anglo-Saxon ruler Ida of Bernicia and became Ida's seat. The castle was briefly retaken by the Britons from his son Husa during the War of 590 before being retaken later the same year. In circa 600, Husa's successor, Ethelfred, passed it on to his wife Biba, from whom the early name Bibanrur was derived. The Vikings destroyed the original fortification in 993. The Normans built a new castle on the site which forms the core of the present one. William II unsuccessfully besieged it in 1095 during a revolt supported by its owner, Robert de Mowbray, Earl of Northumbria. After Robert was captured, his wife continued the defense until coerced to surrender by the king's threat to blind her husband. Bamburgh then became the property of the reigning monarch, Henry II, probably built the keep as it was complete by 1164. Following the siege of Acre in 1191 and as a reward for his service, King Richard I appointed Sir John Forster the first governor of Bamburgh Castle. Following the defeat of the Scots at the Battle of Neville's Cross in 1346, King David II was held prisoner at Bamburgh Castle. During the civil wars at the end of King John's reign, the castle was under the control of Philip of Old Coach. In 1464, during the Wars of the Roses, it became the first castle in England to be defeated by artillery at the end of the 9-month siege by Richard Neville, 16th Earl of Warwick, the Kingmaker, on behalf of the Yorkists. As I pause here, I hope you enjoy our ride. Don't forget to watch my next episode and please hit the red subscribe button below for it means so much for me. Until next time, thank you so much.